Are you working too hard and earning too little? Is that the case where you feel like the more work that you do, the better results you're going to get? Well, today I want to share with you why that's not the truth and how to think about it differently so that you can achieve the results you still want, but work the amount of time you want as well. Hey, it's Jesse Eker, and today I want to talk to you about a really important topic that, was a belief for me, and I want to share with you so that you can really think about what you do during your time differently. All right, so when it comes down to it, a lot of us are told and do believe that the more effort we put into something, the more time we spend on something, the better results we get. But that's not necessarily true, because it's not about the time that you take with something, it's what you do with that time that makes the biggest difference. And so I could spend half the amount of time doing something that's more productive to the goals and vision that I have versus more time doing stuff that's not going to move the needle, right? On top of that, if I have other people that are doing those tasks for me, that doesn't necessarily mean I need to still put more time in and above. I can put actually less time so that I have more opportunity to come up with ideas to then delegate to other people who are going to then execute it. So just because maybe you're spending a ton of time on something doesn't mean you're absolutely guaranteed the result. The result comes from what you are doing, how you are doing it, and what you're choosing to do over other things. So let's think about this to what you're doing. Ask yourself, what activities am I doing during the week? And are those activities aligned with the exact goals that I have? So for example, if you want to make more sales this year, are you spending the majority of your time on making more sales? Or are you spending a majority of time of things that you think are going to make more sales? Here's the difference. So let's just say, you think more branding or different designs are going to help you make more sales. Is that the truth though? The truth is that doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Branding looks good and it does help with congruency and it does help with people start to know who you are. But if the challenge is really making more sales, well then the thing that's going to make you more sales is talking to more prospects. And so if you go and spend your time and 10x the time on talking to prospects versus the time that you're spending on the branding and design, well, you're gonna get radically different results, right? And so we wanna look at the activities that you're doing and ask yourself, is this a must have and this is a must do, or is this a nice to have and this is a nice to do? And ask yourself and be very objective, am I doing this, is it urgent to do? Is it really important for me to do? Or is it not really important to do, but I'm putting importance on it? I feel like it's important to do. So I really want you to look at the activities you're doing. Now, if you don't know what activities you're doing, you're just like ending the day, you're like, damn, I was so busy today, but what did I actually achieve? Well, then I want you to then go ahead and track your time. We use this thing called toggle.com. It's a free app you can use on your desktop and you can download it as well. You just go ahead and click it every time you start a new project or activity. It really helps then give you on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis of what you're actually doing. It makes it very intentional of what you're doing as well. So go ahead and think about the activities you're doing and then you classify them and tag them and say, what department am I doing this in? Is it marketing? Is it sales? Is it admin? Is it finance? Is it product delivery? What are you spending your time on? And is that aligned with your immediate goals of happening right now? If it's not, then you know that you're spending your time unwisely towards what you can be doing and you can be more productive and more efficient with your time. So if you're spending way too much time but earning way too little, it usually happens with the activities you're using, because it's not what you're doing, how you're doing it that makes the massive difference, right? So now that you are maybe more aware of what you're doing as far as an activity level, what can you do next? The next thing that you can do is you can be intentional on picking the activities that will actually serve you to what you want to do. The way that I do this is I do a weekly plan called Winning Your Week. And winning that week is really doing a brain dump of, here's everything that is on my to-do list. Here's everything that I think I need to accomplish. And what I'll do is then I'll put that into what they call a matrix of urgent and important, not urgent but still very important, urgent and not important, and then it's not important and not urgent. And I'll put the tasks in those different places. And what I'll do that week is the urgent and important, and then I'll schedule as well that week the not urgent but still important if it works with my schedule. What that does is that I'll do that first. What that does is it creates more space and opportunity for doing the most important things in my business. Now again, we need to be objective of us saying, is this going to move the needle? Because it's either a now thing or a later thing, right? And you need to be okay with pushing some of these nice to have things to later when you have more opportunity or maybe a team to do some of these must have things right now. So we go ahead and plan that week. We go ahead and then commit to the things we want to do. And then we go ahead and what I believe is really important, block it into your calendar. You go ahead and make blocks in your calendar just like you have a meeting with someone else. The reason why you do that is it creates the actual intention and space to do it, so you show up and execute it versus having to think and saying, do I want to do this right now? I'm not really in the mood to do this, blah, 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 blah. All the stories that happen, that tends to happen when maybe there's some doubt coming in, or maybe you feel like really busy and scattered. So the blocks keep you very focused and very confident in what you're doing, so you stay on track. Now, the most important thing is you show up for the block. So how do you do that? You show up for the block by actually pretending that it's a block with something that is more important than anything else. So for me, a date with my wife is very important. A date with my kids is very important. I would never be late. I would never screw that up. I would never blow that off. And so when I do my blocks, that's how I pretend it to be. So think about it for yourself. Significant other, family members, influencers, celebrities. Who would you never stand up in your whole life? That's how you want to execute it. Right? So all of these things are going to help you be more productive, but also get you better results at the same time. So let me know, out of these things right here that you heard today, what's been your biggest insight? Now, if you want insights like this on a weekly basis, where I can send you videos on how you're going to build your brand online, really using what we call the breakthrough method, which is going to help you with more visibility, more authority, and more leverage, then go ahead and click that subscribe button now so that I can send you these amazing weekly content pieces right into your inbox so that you can get notified and get to consume it so that you can build your 7-figure brand this year. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate your time, appreciate your attention, and it's an honor to watch you learn and grow. Bye for now.